For the first time in a long time, the King of Sweden visited Ukraine. Meanwhile, online protests against the Kremlin continue in Russia. My name is Albina Pidhirniak. I'll share more news next. For the first time in the last 18 years, Sweden's King Carl XVI Gustaf arrived in Ukraine. He said that his country will provide 4 billion euros in aid and help train pilots to fly Gripen aircraft. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelenskyy made an important visit. He visited Ukrainian soldiers who are training on a mine countermeasure ship in the Netherlands.
The guys are on duty. The military commander of the ship, and then I will report to you about our. According to naval tradition.
Glory to Ukraine. Glory to the heroes.
I wish you good health. Thank you for your service.
I serve the Ukrainian people.
Thank you for your service.
I serve the Ukrainian people.
Thank you for your service.
I serve the Ukrainian people.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
I serve the Ukrainian people.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
I serve the Ukrainian people.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
I serve the Ukrainian people.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
I serve the Ukrainian people.
Thank you.
Glory to Ukraine.
Glory to the heroes.
After losing the elections, Orban gave his first interview. The pro-Russian politician said it was hard to accept the results, but he is not leaving politics.
They have been ever since. So if you ask me the next morning, or even that evening, I can say that if you ask me about my emotions, I can say that I felt pain, emptiness. I think that on Sunday I only experience pain, and on Monday I have been healing myself with occupational therapy, and I have been trying to somehow expel this emptiness or fill it somehow, to get rid of it.
The National Police of Ukraine showed the first minutes after patrol officers arrived at the site of the shelling of residential buildings in Kyiv.
Are there any victims?
A woman with a child called.
Baby. There is no traffic police on site. Come on, disassemble, come on. Are there any victims?
Inside.
Good.
Good. Was everyone in the shelter? Are there any victims? Is everything normal?
Normally, the man is still here.
Where? Where is this man?
But I don't know.
Let's go to the shelter. It flies there again. Do you hear? Go to the shelter. Let's get down, get down.
Is there anyone? You have an end apartment going out there, don't you? There is a...
Come here.
The is hidden somewhere. I can't get it out. Thank you. Thank you, friends. God, I couldn't get him out of bed.
Police also showed how they pulled a Russian drone with explosives out of the river in Kyiv.
A call was received from the operational duty officer that a missing enemy Gerent 2 UAV was found in the Gorosy district of the Dnipro River. Arriving at the scene, a UAV with a warhead was found, which was located in the river. It was decided to pull the UAV to the shore and detach the warhead from the hull for further destruction in the conditions of the training ground.
Meanwhile, a Russian oil refinery has been burning for a second day in a row. The fire cannot be put out and it has spread over 200 kilometers.
What a nightmare is going on at the oil base in two apps. Just look at this. What is this at all? This is some kind of horror movie.
Where is the fire? Where is the fire burning?
That's it.
What does it burn on? What is the fire burning on?
This is Sochi, they.
Can it be faster, please?
And we are like that by train. Is it okay? Right next to it.
I don't want anyone to drive next to me, Mum.
Wait. Stop.
Yes, well, it's just that today is a black sky mode. It's scary. For your city.
In Russia, there are complaints that along the border, Ukrainian forces have increased attacks of Russian fire groups. These are the Russian units that shoot down drones launched by Ukraine into Russian territory.
The real hunt for our, well, let's put it this way. The fighters of the special forces, Bars and Orlan, intensified. The enemy has already begun to calculate them point-wise. Movement, work of mobile fire groups. Well, they are all actively destroying, let's say, controlling the near sky, and destroying all these low-flying various drones of various types, which the enemy launches in the direction of the Belgorod region, well, for 100 every day, or even up to 200.
Hello, dear friends. It seems to me that there is no longer a single person in the Belgorod region who would not know what the state unitary enterprise, Orlan, is and what it does. Orlan was created on the personal instructions of our President Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin to interact with the National Guard. An absolutely combat unit, one of the best, which fights the enemy, or rather the impotence of the armed forces of Ukraine. Unfortunately, there are losses. 98 Orlan fighters were wounded, 9 people were killed. Eternal memory to the heroes. We will never forget their names. Yesterday Siromol Akator Igorovich died in Izhegel, Shebekinsky district. 33 years old, 5 children left. Trouble. But a hero who, without thinking about his children, about his life, defended those civilians whom the enemy tried to kill. We will do everything to help the family, and we will do everything to ensure that the memory of our heroes remains forever in the hearts of our children and grandchildren. A lot of damage. For 4.5 years, more than 21,000 cars were damaged and destroyed. 18,500 have been restored. About 4 billion rubles were spent on this from extra budgetary funds. Now another 2,500 cars are in operation. An assessment is being carried out. Further repairs will be carried out. We understand that this work must continue to be done. This is what we will do. Good day everyone, no matter what. Health and goodness.
In Russia, reservists are being called up to fight drones. A similar call was made by the governor of the Leningrad region.
Dear residents of the Leningrad region, dear Leningraders, I have just completed a meeting of the operational headquarters under my leadership. The meeting of the headquarters was attended by the state authorities of the Leningrad region, federal authorities, law enforcement agencies, as well as directors of the largest critical, especially important facilities of the Leningrad region. Within the framework of the meeting of the headquarters, a decision was made on the need to strengthen the protection of the Leningrad sky from attacks by unmanned aerial vehicles. As part of the decision, additional material and technical assistance will be provided to the 6th Guards Army of the Air Force and Air Defense stationed in the Leningrad region. It was also decided to create additional mobile fire groups which will be located on the territory of enterprises, organizations, critical infrastructure facilities, and will also be at the disposal of the 6th Guards Army of the Air Defense Air Force and individual military units stationed in the Leningrad region. As part of the decision, it was decided that the entire material and technical part, including the purchase of cars, necessary equipment, inventory, will be taken over by the government of the Leningrad region and enterprises of critical infrastructure facilities. It is planned to attract reservists to form the crews of mobile fire groups. Therefore, I would like to address the residents of the Leningrad region, primarily veterans, participants in the special military operation, guys with combat experience, retirees who served in the ranks of the Soviet and Russian army. Through the Leningrad Regional Military Registration and Enlistment Office, we will offer to conclude a 3-year contract as a scheme for reservists to participate in the formation of mobile fire groups and protect the Leningrad sky. At the same time, all reservists will be employed in enterprises and organizations of critical infrastructure to protect enterprises. The term of service under the contract is up to 3 years. At the same time, the maximum service in the barracks for the protection of the Leningrad sky is from 2 to 6 months. The minimum term is 2 months, up to 6 months by the decision of the reservist. The contact phone number of the Leningrad Regional Military Registration and Enlistment Office for resolving questions and answering questions about how to conclude a contract and become a reservist will be placed under my speech. We are doing everything possible to protect the Leningrad sky, to ensure the safety of the residents of the Leningrad region. Victory will be ours.
In Russia, a kind of online protests is continuing where bloggers call on people to stop being afraid to speak their minds. The only thing is that this protest seems to be controlled by Russian security services.
How long can you be silent? Let's talk together, please. Let's defend our position. What is happening in Russia in general? This is some kind of madhouse already. This is even worse than the USSR. We are limited from everything in general. Telegram was banned, Instagram was banned, WhatsApp was banned. We cannot communicate with each other. We cannot communicate with people who live abroad. We can't buy food normally because it costs a lot of money. They kill cattle from people. Cars are standing at all. It's terrible. Have you even heard what the recycling fee is? In order to buy a car, you still need to give 4 million just to the state. 4 million, by the way, is the cost of a new Camry. Well, are you kidding at all? I love my country very much, I don't want to leave it, but everything is going to the that it will simply have to be done because it is simply impossible to live like this anymore. We were simply intimidated. We are afraid to go to rallies, we are afraid to say anything. We are afraid to say an extra word because we can be imprisoned or fined. Let's not be afraid. Let's everyone, no matter how many followers you have, 100, 200, 300, 1,000, make reels, make stories. Let's try to get through to this. Let's stop this madhouse together. We can only do it. Otherwise, it will only get worse every day. It has already boiled. I just don't have strength anymore.
Dear viewers, thank you for supporting Ukraine. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel to get more verified news. See you soon.